Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another episode of Rendezvous with Anza Saqib on CxO Global TV. CxO Global Forum is a knowledge sharing platform for all C levels across the globe. We take massive pride in contributing to the knowledge economy with our League of Extraordinary Thought Leaders. Today, as well, we've got an extraordinary gentleman with us. His name is Mr. Shabbir Abubakar, and he is the senior manager for digital transformation at Muller and Phipps. Right. So, welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, Anza. First of all, Assalamu alaikum to everyone, and thank you, CxO Global, for having me on the show.
Right. So let's get into it. You have, mashallah, spent some time in this industry, but we want to hear about where your journey began. So, where did you grow up? Where did you go to school? What courses did you study at university? And how did you end up here?
Okay, so basically, it's a long journey, long professional journey of around 15 years up till now. So I'll break up my journey in two phases. First would be my academic, and then I'll explain you about my professional career. So I started my academics from a very local or a very unpopular school, and then I got intermediate from Adamji Government Science College, and then afterwards did my bachelor's and master's from Sir Syed University. So I graduated back in 2005 from Sir Syed University, and then did my master's from there as well. So one thing which I like to mention here, during my bachelor's period, uh, I got a very strong support from my parents, and especially I like to mention here my role of my sister, uh, who 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 supported me a lot. Actually, as a family, we were going through at that time we were going through a very serious financial crisis back in 2002 and 2003. So she supported me a lot financially, and paid my fees of my bachelor's. So where I am right now, it wouldn't be possible if she wouldn't supported me at that time. So that helped me a lot. And then if I talk about my professional career, so I started my professional career back in 2006 as a developer from Dadabai Cement. And then just 6 months period, I luckily got an offer from the AF Ferguson, which is a member firm of PricewaterhouseCoopers (PwC). So
Right,
I
off the
worked
bit.
there, did many implementations. So I did many implementations of Oracle ERP from Ferguson's platform, and then I moved towards IBM Pakistan as a senior Oracle consultant, and did Oracle ERP implementation from that platform as well. So the last, before coming here to MNP, my last job was in Dollars Private Limited as an ERP and software development head, where I got a very diversified, where I got a chance to manage a very diversified team of professionals, and also got a chance to add SAP ERP in my portfolio. And also, I got a chance to work on the latest technologies like IoT, artificial intelligence, and robotics process automation. So that's my academics and the professional journey of around
Sounds
18 to
great.
20 years.
Sounds great, mashallah. So, sir, what we are curious in knowing is what does your role at MNP entail, actually?
Yes, actually in MNP it's a new role. It's not a as you have seen my profile or my designation. It's a new role in MNP. So it's not something which I have someone I have replaced. So it's a new position. So if I briefly explain my role here in MNP, so it's about increasing the connectedness between people, processes, and products. So what does that mean? It's a very broader term. So I'll explain you a bit. Uh, as you are quite aware that since last 2 years, this digital transformation journey has been accelerated quite a lot. So the primary role is to lead and strategize the digital transformation roadmap of the organization. Basically, it's about creating awareness within the organization. Like uh, it's about streamlining the day-to-day operations of the business user, helping them out with the new technologies. And also, it's not just about adapting a new technology. It's about uh, use the best technology with keeping in mind the optimized ROI. That's very important. It's not just adapting a new technology. So, and one last thing I like to mention here, like many organizations are very reluctant to start their digital transformation journey. So my point is that if they miss out this opportunity, they might uh, are going to lose their customers in a very near future, because uh, if you talk about 2 years back, might be it's a nice to have thing, but after the pandemic, this digital transformation journey is now a must have thing for all the organizations.
Right, that's true. So, sir, building up on that, how can businesses transform themselves digitally with efficiency, and what do they need to keep in
Hmm.
mind? Like, for example, ये तो आपने बता दिया that it's very very important for businesses to now transform themselves digitally.
Yes.
But what are some of the things that they need to keep in mind?
Yes. First, like I let me answer this question by giving you some examples. I should say, like let's take an example of Uber, Food Panda, and Daraz. So by and large, we are all the u- we are the users of all these platforms, and these are the perfect examples of the digital transformation. So uh, uh, before these platforms, who would have thought like ordering food, calling taxis, and even bringing the purchasing the big home appliances can reach at your doorstep with just few clicks. So business have to transform at many levels. Since you have asked, what do they need to keep in mind? So it's about mainly four things. Like every organization has to must think about transforming their existing business model. And number two is they should transform their existing infrastructure. The third one is they should revisit their existing business processes. And lastly, the most important one is to transform the culture, which is the most challenging part for any digital transformation journey. Even the managers who are leading this journey, they are going to have a very tough time to transform the culture and the mindset. So these are the main four things I should say that business needs to keep in mind. It's not just to adapt a new technology. Like for example, I'm going to do the programming on latest technologies. Uh, it's not about that. It's about a bigger role, a bigger transformation. So it's something like that. In past, companies used to say that their ERP implementation is their digital transformation journey. But now the ERP implementations and adapting technology is just a small part of their digital transformation journey.
Right. Absolutely, sir. Now we have, you very rightly pointed out, because now the whole culture has changed. There are, new competences such as work from home, flexi hours,
Yes.
or even
Yes.
using softwares like Salesforce. Earlier, we only thought that, the digital transformation happens only at the ERP level, or probably for operations
Yes.
and management, or maybe the digital wing. But nobody really thought that even sales or marketing will all be done through software. So definitely these are exciting times. But say, what is your
True.
advice for some aspiring mid-career professionals? Because let's say what happens today is that, like for example, someone is, in marketing or sales, and they're in the mid of their career, and a lot of people must be watching us right now. And for them, ever since digital transformations have had to come into the big picture, they've had to get new courses, new certifications, and a lot of times there is also this hesitance because they feel like, is it too late for me to upgrade?
Yes.
So what do you have to say
Yes.
about
Actually, uh, regarding let me take a help from a very famous quote of Steve Jobs. He used to say like, great things are never done by one person; they are done by a team of people. So, if you talk about skills, that can be taught, that can be teach to anyone. But the attitude, these are the ingredients which can't be taught to anyone. So what I'll give an advice for the mid-career professional, it would be a teamwork, because I have been gone through such times where I have seen some very good individual performers of the organization, but that can be done for a shorter term, or for a short term goals. It can be done. Uh, if if you understand, like it's like that teamwork is a simple mathematics in my if I say about that, because it divides the task. Teamwork basically divides the task but multiply the success. So all these professionals must understand, like they must bring in the teamwork within themselves.
it? Right. Absolutely. Um, so what is your take on cloud computing? Because there is a lot of noise around in this industry.
Hmm.
Everything is happening on cloud now.
Yes, cloud computing. Oh, actually, what I've been observing these days, people are opting for a wait and see policy. So everyone is looking around what my counterpart in other organization is doing. Is he going? They going moving towards the cloud? If they are moving, then I'll move blindly. If I am going to follow them, so people are quite reluctant at the moment with this cloud computing. But as I said, cloud computing is a major building block of a digital transformation journey. It's a major building block, because with the at the moment, most of the you can say head of ITs or GMs or CIO levels, they're spending quite a huge time of their daily tasks in operations. So if you want to contribute in the business and want to be a profit center instead of a cost center, then you must focus more on the business side, contribute in the business instead of just doing operational work on a day-to-day basis. But this cloud computing journey will start at a different pace for a different organization. It's not about that everyone is going towards the cloud, so should I. So they must decide, and for that they must bring in a very good and a sustainable engagement with some very good cloud partners. So the reluctancy, the hesitation will be overcome by some very good cloud computing partners.
Right. Absolutely. And do you say that the Pakistani cloud providers have also been at par with some of the international, companies that we have here in Pakistan?
Yes, nowadays there are few cloud computing partners who are playing their part and trying to step in into this journey. But I still believe there is more effort needs to be done, and there is more uh, convincing required to the organization. Like it's nothing. It's not gonna create a big problem if they move towards the cloud, because these cloud environments are very secure environments, so they can easily move towards the cloud.
Right, absolutely. So moving on a little bit about your personal life, what do you like doing in your free time?
Yes. Uh, if you have asked me these questions around 4 to 5 years back, so my answer would be playing cricket, playing and watching cricket, because I was a die-hard fan of playing cricket or watching cricket. So it was all cricket, cricket, and cricket 4 to 5 years back. But now my kids are growing up, and especially my 4 year little old angel, who has many things to discuss with me, many questions came to her mind. So now I prefer spending time with my family more.
That makes sense. Um, so throughout your professional journey, I'm sure you had some mentors as well. And is
Yes.
there any piece of advice or some words from a mentor that you remember and that have been beneficial till this day?
Yes, actually, in my last company, I got an advice from my director sales, who used to be a very successful person where in whichever department he moves on. So I one day I asked him, "What's the mantra of your success?" So he told me three things. Number one, he told me self-belief. Number two was hard work, and number three, he told me to be humble. So he said, if you follow these three rules, you will always earn success. That's for sure.
Right, most definitely. So, a very interesting discussion with you today. Thank you very much for your time so far. And please keep contributing to the knowledge economy. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you, what do you think is the utility of forums like CxO Global?
Yes, it's really huge. It's really huge. If I talk about specifically about this platform, it's an excellent platform to get people connected from different segments of the market. So the platform is contributing very well, and especially we used to get the knowledge what our other counterparts are doing, which technologies they are using. So the knowledge sharing, the networking. So it's an honor to be a part of such forum, definitely.
Thank you very much for your time, sir. And, we wish you all the best for all your future endeavors.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, and best of luck to you and the CxO Global Forum.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, that will be all for today, but please keep watching, stay tuned. We'll have another very interesting guest tomorrow and keep us updated with your comments and feedback.
Thank you. Bye.